Hello everybody, NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers, and I'm not, but I'm just this guy. Yep, that's what I'm famous for. Well, at least every time I go out, you know that I'm going out. This video is for you activators who may wonder what drives people like me and many of the other activators that are out there. And you're relatively new and you haven't got that excitement instilled into you, and you may not, I don't know, but we'll just share a little bit with you. And for you hunters that are paying attention, some of the things that motivate us, and maybe me, myself, and I too, to go out and do what we do. First things first, when I take an hour's run right now with today's gas prices, it costs me about $40 to run to a threefer. That's why I do a threefer versus a single park, because it's an hour plus away time-wise. That's one way. That's not coming back. But you guys and gals on the other side of this video are what motivate me to go out there. When I'm making contacts with you and I hear, hey, thanks, Dom. That's number 100 or number 200, or yesterday, W2 Victor Delta Zulu in New Jersey, Mark. Hey, Dom, that's number 400. That is an achievement. Well, let's talk why those numbers are important, okay? Because they're important to the activators and important to the hunters. When I go out as an activator to run a park, and if I've ran that park, I've offered it on air 20 times, that becomes a repeat offender. I get a self-satisfying accomplishment or achievement certificate, okay? You as a hunter, if you've worked me and or various activators in that same park, then you would be working on a repeat offender for that park. If you're like Gene over in France, who's worked me X number of times in certain parks, then he's worked towards a repeat offender for NC4XL at that park. There's a lot of different ways as an activator that you offer to your hunters an opportunity, whether it be 20, 40, 60, 80, 100, you're at an eagle. And as an activator, you're a little confused, like, what is that? Well, this is where, if you'll take a little bit of time and go to your awards section and you read about the different awards, and it'll explain more in detail the different steps or levels, okay? I've tried to share that in some previous posts in writing, where you could actually see each step that you go. But as an activator, if you go to a park and you activated it 20 times, that's a repeat offender for an activator. If somebody's worked you 20 times at that park, that's a repeat offender. If somebody's worked that park, regardless of it being you or not, but they've worked that park 20 times, 40, 60, 80, 100, it's in those steps, then they get a repeat offender achievement. If you activate a park 6 times and you come up with 1,000 contacts in your 6 visits of activating that park, you get a kilo, 1,000 contacts. That's an achievement. As an activator, if you go to a park, you get the 1,000, that's your first kilo. Let's say you go back 18 more times and get where it's 2,000. You still only get your original kilo. I understand they may be doing some changes to the award structure for the different increments. I have some that have multiple thousands at the parks because of what I do, because I go to the multiple parks in twofers or threefers where the trails are, and that's how you increase your growth there. As a hunter, you have people traveling all the time through the eastern part of the state, going to the western part of the country, and a lot of the different trails that are there where people are stopping and camping and staying overnight. You work any and everybody. You work any and everybody. And all of a sudden, and you got to pay attention. I wish they did more with the awards where each achievement level, regardless, was dated for that date. But you can work your best friend, the people you hear all the time, and you want to get to 1,000. Let's see it. Let's see if I can get James in trouble. KE8 Papa Zulu November. He's offering me an opportunity to get a challenge coin for working him 1,000 times. Okay? It doesn't mean anything to you folks out there, but to me, it's what I want. How am I going to get it? I hear him, I work him. Period. I don't care how many times I've worked him. The overall thing at the end of the day is, did I make it to 1,000 yet? That's like worked all states. You have a wild card in there, Washington, D.C. Propagation's changing for us activators now. We're starting to see more distance. I listened to Eric over in Hawaii on 15 and 17 and 10 meters because the upper bands are starting to produce a little bit more. So those states, and that includes Alaska too, they're reachable regardless of how we feel because we don't have them. But as an activator, when you go out, don't be surprised if Alaska or Hawaii answers your park to park, or New Zealand, or Dominican Republic, or Germany, or England, or Scotland. You never know who's going to be on the other end. But as an activator, we have opportunities to be chased by many people. When you go out, give it your best shot, regardless of what the propagation is. None of us know what that is. But I know when I go out, I want to be able to help the next person achieve their level by putting out my park or parks and letting them contact me. I use the multiple band effect. That's what I try real hard to do. That's what's going to make a difference. That's what's going to make a difference versus staying on 20 and 40 just by yourself. So as an activator, if you want your numbers to grow, be flexible with different bands. If you stay on 20 and 40 because you think that's the best bands, okay, that's what you're going to get. The opportunities are on other bands are there. They're not always dead. They're just not used. That's up to us as activators to at least go out and try. Thanks for your time. Thanks for allowing me to go out there and be a part of your achievement levels that you seek. And have fun. Remember, this is a hobby. It's not a contest. The achievement levels that we each work for as a hunter or as an activator are so abundant. There's so many different things that you can focus on. And if you listen on the air or you follow the post on Facebook, you'll see many people trying different unique things in different modes. CW, FT8, sideband, slow scan TV, and it doesn't end there. I've even heard people talking about satellite contacts. So it's really pretty endless. Go have fun. NC4XL, North Carolina for extreme lovers. Well, I'm not. I'm just a blessed, darling old man. 73s.